All right, sounds good. This was June 15th, 1971, the last flight of Marine Light Helicopter Squadron 167, HMLA 167, the Warriors. They were formed, a squadron formed in Vietnam, flew the duration from 67 to 71, flew over 60,000 combat hours, earning a bunch of awards, all that stuff. So today we're just going to do more to add a historical flavor to operations around a LHA. We're going to do that. So we're going to crank up, depart from Seneca here, and we're going to fly to the west about 252, pick up the shore, call the ship, and then go out and do some patterns out there, do some landings and takeoffs, join the various patterns, and do that kind of stuff. There are 4 respawn running helicopters on the ship, so if somebody crashes, they can jump into one of those. We'll make sure that if somebody's going to respawn, though, that the deck is clear, so we don't have any dual aircraft in the same space at the same time. Any questions?
Negative.
All right, we'll go out at 1,000 feet once we're in the delta patterns. We'll probably stay, we'll probably stay 1,000 in the delta and then descend to 300 for the Charlie pattern, just to give us some vertical separation. Flight Warrior 1, comms check uniform.
Los on intercom.
Los, do you hear me, uniform? Or intercom?
Roger, I hear you, intercom. Do you hear me?
Roger.
Test 1 2, test 1 2. How do I sound?
Yeah, still sound the same.
Image loud and clear. Warrior 1.
We'll circle the airfield, left circle, climb to 1,000 feet initially. All right, you ready to go, Los?
6.
Ready.
All right, Warrior Flight, we'll start our pitch pull in 5, 3, 2, 1. All right. Yep, that sounds good. Flight, we're turning right, 240. Ship's a little further south, so probably 224 or so.
5.
Looking good, nice and tight. This is actually good with 4 because it was actually the last 2 helicopters. The last that they had was just 2 helicopters, so 4 will make it easy for us to work the pattern in the ship and all. Nice job flying those.
Thank you.
Makes life so much better for everyone when the lead is smooth. You should see we're like 2 rotor discs, very tight formation. Looks really good. Hey Lee, how do you say the name of that ship? Donetsk?
Dubuque.
Dubuque, that's right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sister ship.
Dubuque Warrior Flight, 10 miles to the east, inbound for full stops. Warrior Flight, this is Dubuque. Take up a starboard delta 1,000 feet. We'll call you in.
Starboard Delta, Warrior 1.
Excellent. Yeah, that's good. I'll use... I'll do my both comms as much as I can. Dubuque Warrior 1 is feet wet. So you can just keep aiming at the, just a little you know, behind the ship.
Is this okay? Do I need to go a little more right?
This is good, or yeah, no, this is fine. Flight lead, let's take up a straight trail.
2, 4,
5.
So basically about double the distance that destroyer is from the carrier is where we want to start our path.
Yeah, when I was in my Navy days, my ship Fresno sailed with both of these ships.
Very cool.
cool. Yeah.
Flight lead will be starting a right turn into the Delta pattern.
2, 4,
5.
All right, you can start a right turn. We'll just oval parallel the ship basically and kind of slowly slide our way in.
Roger.
All right, here's a little admin note. Whenever you're recovering to a ship like this, they got all kinds of stuff going on. So they put you somewhere out of the way, either a port or starboard delta, where they can keep you there without causing any issues. Other formations could stack up on top of you. There might be, you know, another flight at 2,000, one at 3,000, and we would just circle around here until they finally call us in. We'll do at least 1 or 2 circles, get stable, and then we'll go into the Charlie. Dubuque, Warrior flights in the Delta, starboard Delta. Anywhere you want, you can start your turn. Probably we could even go further north, but that's fine. We'll do it here. I'll take a look at how the guys are doing. Deck markings on a LHA like this are right at the very tip is 1. We're not going to use that. We'll use 2, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 are all on the left side. And that way we want it to cross over. When we do go in.
Roger.
We're staying this far away because that way we're outside the Charlie pattern, which is the folks getting ready to land or take off. So for the Charlie pattern, Los will go all around the ship at this altitude, and when we get south of it, you know, behind it, we'll turn in and go basically just along the deck edge.
Roger.
You know, put it out our left side, and then give more room towards the ship on the right side, so that we, you know, we can turn back in when we do that.
Sorry, I'm losing.
If that
Sorry,
makes
I'm losing a little altitude here.
Yep.
Get it back.
Roger. Warrior flight, this is Dubuque. On this pass, you can continue into the Charlie pattern.
So I can go right ahead.
Yeah, just go right now. Like, yeah, I mean, come in a little more and then line up to go north of it, and we're gonna do an oval around it and then join the low pattern.
Okay, so I'll still be on the upwind of the Delta right here.
That's correct. And then, yeah, and then it'll transition to all the way around, kind of a high delta into the Charlie once we are down opposite direction the other side. All right, so we've been cleared now into the Charlie pattern, but what happens is we're still in the delta. We've got to transition over, so we're going to continue past the ship at 1,000 feet, turn in front of the bow, stay 1,000 until we go downwind or down past the stern of the ship, and then we'll turn a tight pattern descending to 300 feet and join the Charlie pattern, which is tight to the starboard side of the ship and about a beam where that destroyer is on the port side, just to get that destroyer's there, just to give you kind of a lineup for your Charlie pattern entry for landing.
And we're doing a left pattern?
Yep. If everyone has their diagram out right now, they'll see that we're just about at the bottom of the delta and working our way up. This is humor.
I'm about to say I don't have a kneeboard with that.
Hey, we should have done that. That would have been good. Ship's heading is 339 and they're doing 20 knots.
2.
Alright, you can start a slow turn left. Yeah, nice gentle. Probably a little deep in the delta here, so we'll just correct it on this side.
Do you want me to be farther out in front of them?
No, you're good, as long as you're in front of them. In the real world of naval aviation, you don't cross the bow of a ship unless they've told you to do so, and in this case, telling us to enter the Charlie pattern, they know that we're going to cross their bow.
Roger.
Just one of those things that isn't done.
So I'll be flying over the smaller ship on the Charlie pattern on the upwind, right?
On the downwind.
On the downwind.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's a left. So that way it's left back into the. Or no. Oh yeah. Are we doing this backwards? No, that's right. And it's like a left turn back into the ship from there.
Roger.
But we'll go, because we're still in the delta, we'll go about as far away as it is further out.
Okay.
Because the Charlie would be happening underneath us here, and they'd be going like basically right over that guy. So right now, if there were other aircraft in the pattern, they'd be in the Charlie pattern going basically directly over that destroyer and then facing to the south direction and then doing left turns into the ship to land, and that's what we're going to do. We're doing a big delta here to join the full Charlie. You can start a left turn now, I think. just getting rid of the master caution, sorry. Alright, once we, so we're gonna basically turn and go just like right next to the ship as we make our turn now. Or you can go a little further and make it smoother if you want, however you like. And you can start descending. Flight lead will start descending for 300 and we'll be turning in for a Charlie pattern.
4.
And you can start your turn. And you're just going to put the ship just out our left door as we come around here.
So the downwind is where we are on the right over the ship.
The upwind is where we're... Oh, you mean the destroyer, yes.
Correct.
Yep.
And we're at 500 feet?
300.
300, roger.
Flight open cabin doors. Once we're below 500 or so, it's safer for getting out. Yeah, so just put the ship out our left door.
Is this okay, or do I need to be more right or left?
Slightly right more. Yeah, you want to be on the right side of the ship.
Of the carrier?
Of the carrier, that's
Oh,
correct.
okay.
Yep. Yeah, just slightly right. There you go, that's good. Charlie pattern set up like this to do a tight flight by the carrier. That kind of gives you guys a chance, the pilot's chance to look at the deck, make sure that the spot that they're being told to go to doesn't have something on it like a helicopter or a Harrier or something. Or in the case of Vietnam, a pallet of beer. So we'll take the forwardmost spot. That's on the right-hand side. Oh, I'm sorry, left-hand side, which will be spot 2. So we're going to go around the front and then over, do a downwind turn over the destroyer. Deck looks clear. Warrior Flight Dubuque, you're cleared to land as a flight on spots 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 9. So watch your speed.
Should I be at 60?
Yeah, 60's good. So right now we're turning our downwind leg and we're going to break off and turn in for the ship. Once we turn in, you're on your own. You can start your turn in now for us.
said the right one?
The left side, straight up number 2. Forward one more spot. That's 4. There you go. Not VR. This is so much harder than it should be. Nice.
Jesus.
Can't. Waved off from the LSO. Yeah. Very nice, everybody. So a very nice job, everybody. For record, that the diagonal line on your spot, that shows you the line you're kind of supposed to guide yourself in on. The vertical line that's parallel with the ship's direction should be the center of your aircraft, and then the line that's perpendicular to the ship, that's where the toes of your skin should be. But you know, we're not going for the greatest. We're going for just a learning experience today. Everyone, that was a great job. And we're going to, we can depart as a flight, and we'll go to the other delta, and then we'll come back in if everyone's up for that.
What this is for, I'm going to lift off and respawn on the deck.
All right, give you a chance to shake your hands out for a second, and then we'll get back at it. So lifting off the ship, the big thing to be concerned about, especially the closer you're to midships, this is a giant thing made out of metal to your right-hand side. So we always lift up, and then we slide to the left to get over the water, and then we transition forward from there, or forward and right to rejoin the pattern. And remember, when you clear the deck, you're going to lose ground effect, so it's going to take more power than you may expect.
Not coming.
Four's ready.
2 ready.
Dubuque Warrior Flight, like to take off, rejoin the Charlie pattern. Warrior Flight, this is Dubuque, roger, you're cleared to take off as a flight. Take all signals from the LSO. Flight pitch pull in 5. And then once you're clear, start going forward. Yep, there you go. Get that nose down. There you go. And we'll just accelerate to about 60 again, and then we'll do a left turn and rejoin the pattern. Stay at 300 if you can.
Roger.
I know I'm making you work.
Got too high.
Yep. Yep, take it easy there.
Alright, so I'm going to turn into the pattern.
Yep, left turn. And we're a little wide this time, but that's okay. Yeah, that's a good point. One thing that's broken in DCS is those nets would all be folded down when they're doing flight operations, and that wouldn't be they'd be out of the way. Yeah, that's a little extra. You can start your left turn.
Hey, Ratcatcher, I was pretty sure that they were folding down in the mission on Sunday.
The first guy in will get the things folded down for everybody else. The first guy in will get the things folded down for everybody else.
Yep. There is maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a script command to set them for landing, but I don't know what it is. Oh, right. Yeah, that could be. We're not talking to the destroyer. So continue downwind here, and then turn for the carrier, and we'll go in on a 45.
Roger.
Right behind you, B. No pressure, though.
Yeah. I just noticed.
All right, one's turning upwind for the carrier. We'll make our approach this time. Everybody else continue to circle the pattern. Give me a fuel check, everyone.
4, I have 7,000. 700, whatever that is.
Okay.
Is that times 10 or?
No, it's 700 pounds.
Okay, thanks.
And you burn about 630, 640 an hour. One starting our approach. The reason you go at an angle all the way in is if you had a problem and you had to wave off, you could just wave off straight on that angle and then maybe go a little left to miss, as opposed to if you're going straight at the ship, you got to do a big jink.
So you're going on a 45 from the left or from the right side?
You can do either one depending on what you want. It's easier to do it on the side the pilot's flying on. So a right side one if you're flying from the right.
Okay, that's good.
Got the line.
Roger.
Yeah, just stay at the angle. There you go. Nice, nice.
Oh, fuck.
One's on deck. We'll be departing. We'll join the back of the formation. Next guy can start it.
Okay, lifting.
Will be making a turn. And then go from there.
Roger. And you come out the same way you're facing off the end and right off it. That's generally where the wind would be. You're clear up and left at your discretion. So very good.
So with the B
Yeah, it's like an X on the, there's a B line, that's the RAST, and there's an X painted, and you want to pick up lots of X.
was a nice approach.
Well, hey, what's up, B?
Hey, how's it going?
Anyway, check it in.
We're still in flight.
Cool. Catching a helicopter out? Okay. I love it. Alright, we're looking.
So Miles D, you're on vacation, yes?
Oh yeah, just getting ready to go out. Yep. Yep, we're in Bermuda. Got a boat.
He's underway. You should be the LSO then.
Hey, can we land on your boat?
There's a small helicopter.
All right, tell them to expect 4 helicopters will be landing soon.
Miles, you watching this approach?
I am.
This is a nice one.
Who's that approaching?
Excellent.
When you leave, go off to the left side of the ship and stay on the same line.
You made it. That was a little close.
Look at these guys.
Take care,
All right,
Miles.
cool.
Have a good
See you,
vacation.
Miles.